Can you move away? I'm on the phone. Yes.
So just like that now, by the time the person is grounded with receptive language, they will start learning to produce it. So that time the child is learning receptive language, you will not say he's not learning anything, or you will not say that nothing is happening. So the child is soaking in things. So for him now, he will start observing that people are not understanding him. So on his own, he will start trying to like observe what is it that people are not getting when I try to reach out. Like I remember when my baby was a lot younger, when she goes to class, she will be crying and throwing tantrums. On her own, she just observed that nobody else is doing it. So the day it struck her, she was like, wait, oh, why am I the only one doing this in this class? And she just somehow gathered herself together and was like, no, I can't be the only one disgracing myself. And from that day, she started learning to comport herself in that class. So, and that thing did not happen one day. It's an accumulated thing. It's something that the child aware of, and then he or she continuously observes. And I tell you, if a child does not have understanding, if a child does not have intelligence, they will not even know that they are not conforming to how every other person is behaving. Okay, everyone. Yeah, welcome. I was speaking with Oluto. A few of you reached out earlier today and even late at night yesterday. I believe that what we do every evening is not falling out of deaf ears. So for those that reached out, you already know that you are already on a very fast lane to regaining your health. Like I keep stressing now, there's nothing you learn here that you cannot apply to any child. It doesn't have to be a child on the spectrum. We are offering this for as much as carers, all kinds of carers. We are offering it for educators. We are offering it for therapists, and we are also offering it most importantly for mothers with children with additional needs. Why this is very important is because their physiological condition makes it such that their needs are usually elevated. Their needs are usually more obvious than those of other people. Thank you. Yes, we are talking about nutrition, and today we are talking about sustaining your success with expert support. Sorry, I'm answering a question on YouTube. So we have already talked about the effective ways to personalize your nutrition for maximum impact. And we already talked about unlocking the power of functional nutrition. We've also talked about optimizing diet for neurological performance, for peak neurological performance. So today we are closing the challenge with the topic, sustaining your success with expert support. Thank you, SoulStream. Thank you. So as we dive into this final day, I still say thank you to those that reached out, and we cannot wait to get straight into the main course, which is going to take you all the way from how you are going to be understanding the basics of nutrition. You will also understand how you can use nutrition to optimize your mental health. In the course, we are also going to be talking about medical tests. There are some medical tests that are not just blood work. A lot of people get it wrong. Sometimes when we say medical test, they say, bonjour, sir. Bonjour, sir. They think it's just about running lab work. No. There are medical tests that can understand, that can help you or your health carer to understand that there are things that are called inborn errors of metabolism. Inborn errors of metabolism can be present in your body, but it's not like you're allergic to those foods. You are not allergic, you eat them and you may or may not feel well, but they are not obviously just there. So sometimes we run some tests that will help you to understand that yes, this food is not really right for my system. And then even when some people can just understand that there is an accumulation of certain organic acid in your body, which is because your body is not metabolizing it well. It is not the same as allergy. So these are some of the things you are going to learn. You're also going to learn the impact of heavy metal toxicity. Heavy metals cannot just destroy your health, they can destroy your health and at the same time help to harbor other things that will further destroy your health. Things like microbes, the bad microbes in your system, they find an anchor. Like heavy metal help them to stick very much to your body that sometimes you can even be trying to kill them, you will not be able to kill them because they have like a protector. Heavy metal can serve as a protector to bad microbes in your body. So all of these are much of the things you are going to be learning about how to holistically take care of yourself and take care of people around you. So today, talking about sustaining your success with expert support, I am going to be there. For those who may not really understand who I am Ijoma by name. I have worked with children with additional needs for the past 10 to 11 years. I do have a child on the spectrum too. So, but I started as a food scientist. After obtaining my master's in food science, the food technology, it was during that course that I realized that nutrition has like a lot to do with children for their mental health. Hello, Asla Nadim, I greet you. Hello. So that after I recognized the impact, oh my God, it was so amazing to recognize that nutrition can actually have that much impact on people and their mental health. So I went ahead to study human nutrition as a course. So after I was done with human nutrition, I started working with children with additional needs. I began to notice that nutrition and the impact is not just about telling someone to have a certain food or do things in a certain way and just go away thinking that they will just come and get it done. It doesn't work like that. There are realities about life. Life is not just as straightforward as you want it to be a lot of times. A lot of times, a mother may want to do one, two things for his children. Good evening, Chichi. Thank you so much and welcome. So sometimes a mother or a parent may want to do a lot for his or for their children or their child, but the realities of life will not permit it. So we see parents who would go to clinic today and in 4-5 days, in the 4-5 next appointments, they will not attend. As a doctor, for instance, you will be so furious. Imagine this child was really bad the last time I saw them and the mom is not bringing him tomorrow. So I began to implore, and that also took me to study further on public health. So today, Ijoma now is someone who would look at nutrition holistically. Each time I look at nutrition today, I'm amazed at what nutrition entails. It entails the production, which is farm work. It entails the processing and preservation, which may happen either in your kitchen or in the factory, where you now want to make the food into another type of food for the purpose of creating variety, or most times for the purpose of prolonging the shelf life to make it last longer. Now, I can look at food as a nutrition, whereby you place it on your table or in your pot. How do you cook it? When do you cook it? What is the formation that happens when you are cooking it. How does this cooking interfere with the nutrition? How does it change it? How does it add to it? How does it modify it? So I can look at food as a nutrient, as a nutrition, as a source of life, as something that is our building blocks in life. Now, today again, I can pride myself to say that I am also looking at food as a social factor. As I see food as something that is not a standalone. People may want to have food, but they cannot have it. People may want to have interventions for their loved ones, but they can't do it. And this becomes the realities of people. So what I am saying here is that by the time you register on my course, you are working with a professional who has gone around all the aspects of that food, not just gone around it in theory, but have gone around it in practice, knowing that even when you are coming up with a challenge on any area of the food, and I tell you the advantage I have when I am recommending diets, for instance, is that I have studied in 3 different countries. So using those 3 different countries, tomorrow by 3:30 I'll be presenting my project to my university, where they are asking me to bring in my advantage, to show them the advantage I have over others. And that advantage I have over others is that I can modify your diet based on your traditional dishes. So if I am making a meal plan for somebody from India, which I have a lot of customers there, clients there, I will look at what is the most common food around India that they can modify. We can modify it to bring about a nutritious food that these children can have and have adequate nutrients for growth and development. If I'm making meal plan for somebody from Europe, which is where I am, where I have studied in 2 different countries, I will try to modify your food such that I know the shops in Europe, I know what is obtainable, I know what and what, where you can get what and how you can get what. So I will be able to modify your diet in such a way that it will not be a burden on you. You have a meal plan, but you can't even find the things inside. So when I'm making a meal plan for a Nigerian, I would always put it together. The problem with Nigeria is that the diversity is too much. Like, what you give a Yoruba person is not necessarily what you are going to give an Hausa person. And what you are giving an Hausa person is not what you are going to give an Igbo person. But as much as possible, I look at balancing. There are foods that are obtainable in Igbo that are very, very rich in nutrients. We call them nutrient-dense food. There are also food that are obtainable in Hausa that are very rich in dense. Like, okay, for those of you that have my meal plan, you can see that you have acha. Acha is mostly of Hausa origin. You can see that you have ukwa. Ukwa is mostly of Igbo origin. So these are things that we do to incorporate rich diets that would reflect tradition and availability, accessibility, and but keeping our eyes on variety. So this is what you get by taking a walk with me. So by the time you take a walk with me, you are getting yourself immersed in all that I have acquired over the years, to be able to guide you to get the biggest success you can get. It will be a different ball game if I was just a nutritionist. I may not know the other aspects of nutrition, like, okay, sometimes when people are not having certain foods because of maybe allergy or inborn errors of metabolism, I apply my food science knowledge to find out any other kind of food that contain the same or similar kind of nutrients which I can use to replace that person's meal in that meal plan. So my meal plan is such that we look at every corner of your both social, physical, environmental, economic, So these are the benefits you get by working with a professional. You can only sustain your success if you are in the hands of someone who is an expert. So today, talking about sustaining your success with expert support will not just transcend this support is going to transcend the lecture. It is going to transcend from the lecture into your homes, all the way to where you are doing your shopping. Those that have my meal plan, you know that we also provide grocery lists. So when we do this, we do it bearing in mind that it is not every day that you are disposed to follow the same meal plan. So this is now bringing my expertise in public health. It is not every day that the finances, the dynamics of life is going to permit you to follow the same meal plan. So when we offer you meal plan, we offer you a grocery list. What this means is that from that grocery list, you can always pick up any of the foods. The grocery list will give you the foods that are allowed for your child. So with the grocery list, you should be able to say, okay, today is not, I don't have overripe plantain and gizzard, even though it is what I have today. But if you go to your grocery list, you see that you have an opportunity to make cocoyam, even though there is no cocoyam meal in your meal plan. You can see that there is cocoyam in your grocery list. So you can quickly go to your grocery list and pick cocoyam. You can roast it with some fish. You can roast it with some palm oil and give your child, add some crayfish, something protein, or something that will just add some color to it, and give your child. So this is how we go about helping you to sustain your success with expert nutrition. If I didn't know a bit about public health, I wouldn't consider this aspect of nutrition, whereby situation may not always allow you to follow your meal plan. I know a lot of you, or a lot of people who offer meal plan, they just give you back. Eat this on Monday, eat this on Tuesday, eat this on Wednesday. Life is not as straightforward. So public health has taught me that life can happen. Dynamics can happen. Even when I go on community outreach here, I tell people, even when you are doing a routine for children on the spectrum, there is still a method whereby you can begin to introduce other things to show that even though you have this routine, it is not every day you are able to follow this routine, because things do not always align. And then what I'm asking any of you out there is that if you are also in a position of maybe authority, or in a position of order, you should always have this at the back of your mind. If someone has been doing this 7 weeks out of 8 weeks, the person has done it 7 weeks and 5 days, and then just one day he was not able to do it, you should be able to understand that the life is not always regular. But today we are saying that even in the irregularities of life, you are still working with a professional who has this at the back of their mind and who has seen it all when it comes to nutrition. I have done a course in bio-individual nutrition. So in this course, we looked at how you can modify some diet. Like if you have my meal plan, you know that it is neither just gluten-free, it is neither just casein-free, it is neither just specific carbohydrates, neither is it paleo, or neither is it FODMAP or any other kind of diet. It is a mixture of many diets. Why is it so? It is so because a lot of times a child may have a need for a food that is not available in a particular kind of diet. So in my practice, I say I don't even put children on diet. In fact, in nutrition, you don't put children on diet, because diet is restrictive and children require the highest variety of food to sustain their growth and development. So what we do is that whether it is paleo or Mediterranean or whatever, immediately we identify your need. That is what we use to draw your meal plan. We don't know you. We don't advocate a child being vegetarian or a child being whatever on keto, except when your condition requires it. Some children who may have certain high needs may be placed on certain diets, maybe keto for people who have seizures. But it is not a lifetime kind of diet because it's not sustainable and it does not encourage varieties. Now, the biggest point ever is that in your work with me, you are able to sustain your success. You are able to know what to do. Some of you here, you know that even while you are shopping, you can send me a message and say, I saw this, is it good for my son? I saw this, is it good for my daughter? So such are the kind of benefits you get when you work with an expert. It is not about I just saw this person on Instagram and they just gave me meal plan. You can't go back to them to make inquiries. They can't guide you. They don't care about how you're going about it. So today, as parents, as carers, as educators, as therapists, if you're reaching out to us, this is our last day and we are saying that anybody that does not register, that does not reach out to us until 12 midnight today, you are not going to get the 50% discount. So those of you that reached out earlier today, you know what you've gotten yourself into. You have bagged yourself a 50% discount on a course of a lifetime that you will forever have it. Even as a mother, as time goes on, you can even use the knowledge to support your grandchildren. You can use the knowledge to support anybody around you. You can actually even influence your community because you know what you know and you know you are learning from the best. So our time is fast spent. Always look at how you sustain your success, because sustainability is the key to any form of intervention, any form of education, any process at all needs to be sustained for it to have impact. You can't do a thing today and tomorrow you are lost, you can't continue, you don't know where to turn to, you don't know what to do. But in this case, you are able to sustain your success because you are taking away a work with a professional. You are taking a work with someone who has seen like from different angles. And I have not just seen from different angles, I am also raising a child of 14 years with additional needs. So it is not like I am just sitting in my private corner and telling you tales. Even after speaking with you now, I will still go back and continue living it. I live it, I know it, and I studied it. So what else do you want in an expert? We are not proud of having children with additional needs, but come on, if it helps you, if it helps you to support others, it is my pride. Like, I love doing what I'm doing because out of so many people, if I could be putting a smile on one face per day, per month, per week, it is worth more than millions of dollars or naira for me. And that's what I have done for a long time, even when it wasn't bringing in money. But I tell you that it has been worth it all the way. A lot of you can confess to it that it is life-changing, and there is nothing more rewarding as changing the life of a child, changing the life of a family, and changing the life of a society. Because I tell you that when an additional need child is born in a household, number one, that child changes the dynamic of that whole household. Sorry if that child is your first child like myself. It changes the dynamics. Those that are following the child, all your attention is on that child. Those that are following the child will feel so lost and so unloved, and gradually, whether you like it or not, you will gradually start withdrawing from society. You will start withdrawing from the life you used to know, because you can't keep up. When others are preparing to go out, you are busy looking for solutions. When other mothers are talking about matching bags and matching shoes, you are busy looking for the latest supplement and the latest intervention. When other parents are busy asking about where is the latest maybe outing place, you can't, because you will hardly be able to take that child out without him or her causing a scene, throwing tantrums and getting upset. What if I told you that there are things you can do to get back your life on track? What if I told you that nutrition can help you? It does not cure autism, let me just say it. But I can tell you categorically that nutrition will make a whole lot of difference in your life, in the life of your family. And not just that, it is going to be like a foundation upon which other therapists are working on. If you were going to keep a therapist for 10 years, for instance, with proper nutrition, the therapist might as well be sacked in 4 years or 5 years. It doesn't mean the child will be cured, but it means the child will be much more able to, comprehend. I'm not saying therapists should go out of job, but it is also the joy of many therapists that their children can gain independence. So today I urge you to reach out and learn how to sustain your success using the aid of an expert. And I thank you so much. There are some of you that never missed a day. There are lots of you that came on second, third, fourth day. Even if today is the first day you are joining me, I am immensely grateful. It is not easy that somebody is talking and others are just there listening. I mean, it's an honor, a big honor which I do not take for granted. And it's even a bigger honor that people are reaching out to ask, please, what is this course all about? Is it something I can do? I want to go for it. It's a big honor. You don't know how I feel about it, but I do feel honored. And my promise is that I'm going to pour myself out. For those who have reached out, I'm going to pour myself out, like totally. I will give you everything I know. I will pour it out and even get more, because as times are going, the more researches are coming. So I'm even going out of my way to bring in more. Everything that is coming up recently, I'm going out of my way to make sure that you are constantly updated. So thank you so much. If you still do have questions, you can ask. It's our last day and I can give in a few minutes. We are already at 9:30. If you still have questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can reach us out. YouTube is open. Google Meet is open. We still have all our pages. Brainfoods for God. If you have not followed us, it's the same thing all over. It's just that on Instagram, 4 is number 4. Brainfoods for God. Sorry, I don't know what's going into my eyes. Brainfoods for God on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on everywhere. Even our website is www.brainfoodsforgods.com. You can visit us anywhere, or we keep spreading the message. Please, if you're here, don't stop talking. Don't stop giving the message to those, especially younger ones who are just getting their diagnosis. Please tell them that there is help. It doesn't have to be a death sentence. They don't have to hide their children. They don't have to get frustrated. They don't have to rely on medication every day. Medications can have their own side effects. Even if they would do it, let them do it only when it is extremely necessary. They don't have to feel frustrated. They don't have to rely only on therapists. I'm not saying they are not important, but they need support also. As they are working from outside, nutrition is working from the inside. Thank you, Himanshu. Today I am good. Thank you. Thank you again for joining me today, Himanshu. I am really honored. Thank you, Chichi. Thank you, Vika. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't understand French. I'm sorry. If you could write it in English, I think I should be able to understand. Asla, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening and do reach out if you can. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I don't understand in French. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Hello. Bye.
How are you?
I am very well, as you can see. How are you too?
Fine.
Oh, how was okay? You are on holiday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, are you enjoying your holiday?
Yeah.
What have you?
I have 2 weeks time will never come.
Oh, you have
That's
to.
time to go to school.
Oh, okay, that's lovely.
That was brave indeed.
Whoa, thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Chika, I'm so grateful. Chika for thank you. Thank you.
I just want to also thank you. You know, you helped us at the beginning of this story.
Yes.
Yeah, so we want to say thank you. So we still have to upgrade. You know, I've been using that meal plan since that time. But I need to upgrade. So
Yes.
I'll try to.
Yeah. It will still be
Because
good.
they are 6 now. Then they were like just 2 years old.
Yes, yes. It will be nice to upgrade. There are even, just to add some more varieties will be good.
Yes. So I will contact maybe before the end of the week.
All right.
So that's the process.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. You really tried.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.